Welcome to another day, and I'm going to be talking about something very interesting. Most people doesn't fail in sales because their product is bad. They fail because their conversation lose direction, and that's where I want you to get it. The best closers in the world, either in US, in UK, in Canada, wherever, they understand how to close their sales, and they use one rule which is called the straight line rule. So from the first hello to the final yes, they know what they are doing. So today I'm going to be breaking it down for you to come into full understanding of how the straight line rule work, what the straight line rule means in closing deals. My name is Winner Abraham, and if this is your first time of watching my channel, I speak about business and follow through to the end so that you can understand how to close this. The straight line rule is simple. Every sales conversation must move forward clearly, confidently, and under control. Most people talk in cycles. Prospect does not even know what you are talking about. Prospect go on track and they tell long stories, and you find out that they bring up unrelated issues, and at the end of it, you are as well, you that wants to close the deal, speaking along that direction with the prospects. Your job is not to shut them down. That's the first thing. Your job is to guide them. Your job is to bring them back to the straight line. And that is what I'm going to be talking about. So look at the straight line as a straight line from 0 to 10. And the two real goals in sales, in every conversation or in every sales conversation, there are two real goals in sales. You are aiming for two things. One of the things you are aiming at is to build trust. Trust in you, trust in your product, and trust in your company. As I've said earlier, there are two real goals in sales. So when you want to sell, there are two things that should be in your mind. So in every sales conversation you are aiming for, whether you want to close deals or whatever industries, there are two goals that should be in your mind. The first is to build trust. Then the second is to build certainty. You want to build trust in yourself as you're speaking. So you want the person to trust you, to trust your product, and to trust the company. The second is to build certainty. People buy when they are certain that whatever you are giving them is solving the problem, certain that they are making the right decision, and certain that they are safe with you. So everything you say either increase sensitivity or reduce sensitivity. So you must be careful of what you are saying. Now let me go straight to another thing: how to control the conversation without being rude. Because there are a lot of persons that as you're trying to talk to them or trying to bring them back, they will think that you are being rude. So the straight line rule is not about non-stop. It's about direction. You control the flow. You control what is going on. You control how to move the prospect from whatever they are in the straight line rule to whatever they are to closing. If they drift away, if they try to get out of the conversation, you completely understand, but you ask them a question that can put them back without you actually ruining the relationships. The three beliefs they must have before anyone can buy from you. Don't forget, what I'm talking about is understanding the straight line rules in closing the deal. I've spoken about the two goals that you're trying to achieve. So there are other three beliefs that they must have before anyone says yes. They need three levels of belief. The first one is believing that the product does it solve their exact problem, and that is why you don't just approach people trying to talk to them about something else. You must find the point at which what you are selling to them is valuable, and with that, when they believe that the product you are giving to them is valuable, then of course they will buy from you. Secondly is that, do they believe that you are confident about what you are selling? It is very, very important. So if they believe that you are confident, and that is why I tell salespeople that you must have a strong knowledge of what you are selling, because as you speak about what you are selling, what it will do to you is that your prospects will understand that this person is not just trying to sell to me. This person understands what the problem is. This person understands more about what he's saying, thereby bringing much confidence to you. If one belief is weak, the sales will collapse. So if you are a real estate person there and you are saying, which of it should I take? Which of it should I go into? Should I just be knowledgeable about what I'm selling or about the land? Should I know if the land actually solved their problem, or should I have more confidence about my company? I've come to tell you that you have to take the three. You have to take the three. You have to make sure you create the belief in their hearts that the products you want to give to them, if you are in real estate, as the case may be, because that's the example we are using today. If you're into real estate, you must make sure that they want to get the land, and the land is in a better area, or the area that they would want. So you are trying to create that belief in their heart. Then the second is for them to believe in you, is to be confident of the fact that you are knowledgeable about the product. So don't just go out and approach people or just post without actually getting a good understanding of the product you are putting out there. That's very important. You must know about it even as you are speaking about it, because it builds that belief that this person knows about it. Then the third is you want to create a belief in their hearts concerning your company, which means you have to understand your company. Your company should have structure that they can run into and be safe. And that is why, as a salesperson, you should have different options in regarding whatever product you are presenting to the person, not just one kind of product. Because for this real estate we are discussing about, if the land you are trying to push to this person is at the same point where they can, or where there are usually traffic, what you now need to do is to push another kind of product for the person. So you summarize the pain of the person, then you bring the solution of your product and connect this with the pain of the person. After you've done that, if you are the sales or the prospect, are you not going to buy? Or you start thinking about it as fast as possible. And it is very, very important, which will take me to the third step in closing the straight line rule. The third is about believing in your company. And first I said believe in the product. Second is believe in you, which is they want to be sure that you are knowledgeable about what you are talking about. And the third is believe in your company. Now, why do they need to believe in your company? Because they want to understand that is there a structure that will keep them safe? Is there a follow through on the fact that whatever happens with what you are selling to me, I can actually come to you? So if you're a salesperson there, and let me give an instance, real estate, you're in a real estate company and you want to close deals with your clients, you must try as much as possible to achieve these two segments of things which I've spoken about. First, when you're approaching the prospect, your goal is to make sure they trust you. The second goal is to make sure that they have confidence in you. The next thing I spoke about was the belief system. They must believe in you. They must believe in the products that you want to sell. They must believe in the company. So the reason why they need to believe in the company is to understand that if they are coming, there is a structure that can keep them placed. So if you are a salesperson, before you start selling, do a research about the company that you want to talk about. Because if you want to sell a land to me, the way you speak will make me know if you are knowledgeable about real estate. Now, the second thing is that the way you talk about your company, I will do research on my own. I just can't throw 10 million, 50 million, 100 million to get land from someone that does not understand how the product works or does not know if I am in need of the product. Second, someone who cannot communicate explicitly of the things that they sell. And the third is someone who does not know about their company, and someone whose company does not have structures and they cannot run to in time of need or in time of crisis or whatever it may be. And that is why, as a salesperson, you should have different options in regarding whatever product you are presenting to the person, not just one kind of product. Because for this real estate we are discussing about, if the land you are trying to push to this person is at the same point where they can, or where there are usually traffic, what you now need to do is to push another kind of product for the person. So you summarize the pain of the person, then you bring the solution of your product and connect this with the pain of the person. After you've done that, if you are the sales or the prospect, are you not going to buy? Or you start thinking about it as fast as possible. And it is very, very important, which will take me to the third step in closing the straight line rule. So the final thing we're going to be talking about is how to close using the straight line rule. Tomorrow I'll be talking about something very, very important, which is actually the straight line rule. And I'll be showing you how that every prospect is at one point on the straight line rule, and how you can prepare your sales pitch in pushing the prospect to become a client. There's some kind of, we'll be talking about that tomorrow. So let's dive into the last session, which is how to close using the straight line rule. The first thing is that you must learn to summarize their pain. And that is why I told you that you don't approach prospects without you understanding what their pain is. Of course, we've been using real estate as an example. Now, let's say I want to get a land. I'm the prospect, you are the salesperson. One of the things you would need to do is to first of all understand why I want to get the land. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you summarize their pain. So let's say they are talking about the traffic at this particular place is too much, and that has been the issue. Moving from this place to my work is a bit slow, and sometimes I spend long hours on the traffic. Now that is their pain. So you will not summarize it to them and say, let me give you an example. Okay, now I understand, sir, or now I understand, ma, that this is the issue with you. The traffic is the problem, and that is why we move to the next two. That's the step 2 of how to close in this straight line rule. Step 2 is to connect the solution of your problem, the solution of your product to their pain. And that is, so that as a salesperson, you have different options. So if you have a land, we are using real estate as an example, and the real estate land you're trying to push to this person, the next step is to handle objection by returning to the line. And this is what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow or in the next video. When they say it's too expensive, I need to think about it, I need to tell my wife about it, I need to consult my husband, I am not ready. Of course, you say, I understand. Let me ask you this. Does this actually meet what you are looking for? Does the solution itself make sense to you? By doing this, what you just did is to bring them back to certainty, back to clarity, back to the point, or to the point on the straight line. And by the next video, I'm going to be telling you much about how you can close the deal even after objection. The straight line rule is powerful because it's simple. Don't let people spread drift. Don't let conversations scatter. Keep them in line, guide them, build certainty in their heart, and close with confidence. That is what the straight line rule is. Master this and you will close more deals in 2026. You will close more deals in a week. You will now be approaching people that matters. You will know how to talk to them. You will know how to make them believe in your product. I'm going to be ending it with this, the final conclusion of what the straight line rule is. The straight line rule is simple. It's just you identifying where a client is and pushing them to the part where they can close the deals, where they translate from being a prospect to become clients. See you in the next video. See you in the next class. And until then, subscribe if you have questions, comment, and share. Cheers.